All right, what up? Today's show is brought to you by my ADHD rattled brain. I do apologize for the scatterbrain nature of the show. I was working all day for like 10 hours and then we did the show immediately. But nevertheless, we do cover Jacob deGrom. Is he cheating or is he not? Answer, he's not, but you'll hear us talk about that. There's more Tom Wilson slander and a little bit of football talk towards the end of the show. So, without... No, I'm not going to say that anymore. I'm not going to say it anymore. Let's start the show.
Hey, what's going on, man? How was the week? Your pops was in town, right?
He was, yeah. We just, like I said on last episode, did fucking jack shit. It was great. Chilled out. We watched a shitload of Workaholics, played some video games. He whooped my ass in Injustice.
Nice. I haven't played Injustice in forever.
Yeah, we played the first one the last time he came out. He forgot the second one the last time. But I brought the second one this time, so we played the fuck out of that.
Yeah, it's actually legit pretty fun. I remember when they pitched it, I was like, I don't know about this. And then I started playing it, I was like, no, this is pretty dope.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
The second one had Sub-Zero in it and Raiden.
Nice.
They had the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that's even doper. You know I'm a Ninja Turtles guy. Or did you?
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure I knew that.
Yeah.
I assumed it in my head, so I think I knew.
Fair enough.
We also learned a new word from Workaholics.
What word is that?
Chorging.
Chorging?
Yeah.
What is chorging?
It's when you deep throat a dick to the point that you choke.
I should have known it would be something like that. I should have known, and I was expecting more something to do with chugging beer, but nope.
Chorging.
Chorging. Okay. All right.
But yeah, we just kept
Star
saying
Trek word chorgon, which is like a
saying
totem.
Chorging all week. They also had a episode where they do like backyard wrestling, and Blake's character is Eskimofo, and it's so good.
That is really good. That'd be a great DJ name.
Right?
Eskimofo.
Eskimofo.
If that hasn't been taken already, I'm like, some of the DJ names are out of control now, dude. Like Bro Safari, like what is that? Like no, dude, no. You need to rethink the name. All right,
Bro Safari.
Yeah, I mean it's a big oof. Speaking of oofs, hey, look at that transition. You got an oof for me?
I do, but normally I do, and I wrote it in the thing, but it's really a return.
Return of the oof. All right, what's happening?
Well, we've got an Idaho man.
If you say David Rush.
A pair of Idaho men whose Guinness World Record for using a samurai sword to slice through grapes was defeated by another team. They then retook their record with a total of 59.
Wait.
David Rush, who is broken.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Somebody needs to make a documentary about this guy.
He's ridiculous, dude.
Did you ever try to get in touch with him?
I did.
We gotta keep trying.
So I messaged him on Twitter. First of all, messaged the wrong person at first. Messaged the wrong David Rush. And then I found the right David Rush, messaged him, and he answered. It was like, I'm going to politely decline at this time. And I said, that's fine. I just want you to know you just became my white whale.
We got to keep trying.
Well, of course. He never responded to my white whale comment.
Yeah, I don't know how you respond
which
to that.
adds to the lore.
Yeah, we will. He will come on the show one day.
One day we'll get him. But
I mean,
Bertie,
I like to
do you know
poke
what
fun
a
at him, but
Swiss ball
it
is?
is amazing. He's pretty baller. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Do you know what a Swiss ball is? Is it just like a medicine, like
A Swiss
not
ball?
a medicine ball? Is it just like an exercise ball?
I fucking don't know, but I have to Google it now because I fucking have no idea what you're talking about. Hold on, I'm typing Swiss ball into Google, and I'm sure some porn is gonna come up. No, it's like a fucking
You had to add another S for the porn.
yeah, right, Swiss balls. No,
Those
it looks
sweet
like
Swiss
one of those
balls.
fucking you know those like like the core balls that everyone sits on?
Yeah, like Meech played video games on.
Yes, that's a Swiss ball apparently.
Oh, okay. So that's what I thought it was. So David Rush stood on top of a Swiss ball and used a samurai sword to cut 59 grapes in half.
I have so many ideas about what kind of person David Rush could be. Sometimes I think that he's like the karate instructor in Napoleon Dynamite. You know, the guy that wears the American flag pants?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he might be that kind of guy. You know?
He used his neighbor again for this one. So I feel like he's just got a whole neighborhood, like just this whole cast of characters.
He's like Hot
that are
Rod.
Yeah, they just own. It's just like the Guinness World Record block in Idaho.
What the fuck? So they were slicing grapes with a samurai sword?
Yeah, standing on top of a medicine ball.
Okay.
They threw 66 grapes in the 1 minute time limit. Rush managed to make contact with 60 of them, 59 of which counted towards the record.
Okay. So I like to give him a little bit of shit sometimes because some of the records seem ridiculous. But I'm going to say mad respect on that one. Because to slice
I feel like that's got to be
with a
pretty
samurai sword
difficult.
is difficult in and of itself. But then to stand on a ball and do it, like, I can't do that.
And to get 59 of them in a minute.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He's
Like,
just slicing grapes.
is he like a superhuman? What if it's a conspiracy? Like, what if he's like cheating?
Oh my god.
Like, what if it's like not actually happening and he's just like paying people
All right.
off?
Birdie,
Yeah.
Marvel's got their whole series, right? It leads up to Infinity War. They're going to keep going.
Right.
We got the David Rush saga. We had throwing D's. We're going to have to make a movie about the grape one. And then we have to have an expose where we just expose the decline and the cheating of David Rush and just out him for his bullshit. And then we have to make the return.
Oh my
The
god.
climax, the comeback.
I mean, I really think someone does need to make a documentary about him because, like, what the fuck is this guy doing just, like, out in the middle of the
Birdie,
fucking
if-
country?
We for sure give him more attention than anyone in his personal life.
Yeah, probably.
So if anyone's gonna make the documentary, it's gonna be us, and we're gonna have to get on it.
Yeah, we just got to get some cameras and some microphones. We'll start a GoFundMe. That seems to be what people do nowadays, right?
Maybe if we start a GoFundMe, he'll think we're more official, and he'll be more apt to come onto the show.
Yeah, who knows? It's all a ploy just to get him on the show, really. And I feel like we should just have him on the whole episode. Like, not even just interview him. We should just have him comment on all the sports with us.
We'd be so bored so quick. He's like, dude, I could have broken 12 pointless, useless fucking records at this time.
Oh, you're so right. All right, you want to talk about some baseball?
Yeah, I'm done with David Rush for the
Yeah,
moment. I'm
yeah,
sure he'll
me
be back in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm sure he will too. All right, so what about what in the world of baseball do you want to talk about? I'm sure we're going to talk about Jacob deGrom.
What in the world of baseball?
Nice. Nice.
It wasn't great.
I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you did.
And that's
I
all that
didn't.
matters.
You know what I did enjoy?
Huh.
The Red Sox sweeping the Yankees.
Yeah, who wouldn't enjoy that?
Oh,
That's beautiful.
it was music to my ears.
Yeah, I bet it was.
I love to see it. And you know what else I love to see? Yankees Twitter blowing up today about how Aaron Boone needs to be fired.
That's New York sports, though, dude. That's just New
Yep.
York sports, like, in a nutshell, essentially. Like, the second things don't, I mean, you know, it doesn't exactly, well, I don't know. The Yankees is an interesting case, but I see it a lot with like the Knicks. Well, actually, though, they're not even saying that about Tibbs right now. Like it's like the one time I've never seen him complain about a coach.
Oh well, they didn't think they were gonna do shit, and they made it to the playoffs. They got bounced first round, but they still made it further than
That's true. That's
anyone
true.
thought they would.
Yeah, so that's gonna hush them up real quick. Fans are still gonna spit on people though.
Dolan's gonna be quick with that band hammer. New band name, Band Hammer.
Band Hammer. It's really good. It's really, really good. Sorry if I'm a little disjointed this episode. I've been working all day. I literally just got off work, so I apologize to anyone listening. My brain's gonna be all over the fucking place. Oh wait, before we go any further through baseball, we should probably say it was our 50th episode last week, and we didn't even talk about it.
Oh my god, we almost did it again.
Yeah.
So it's very fitting for Stone Sports that our 50th episode special is coming in episode 51, and we almost forgot about it again.
I just want to take the time to say that I'm amazed we've made it this far, man. That's
hell
really,
yeah.
That's really all the special is about for me. That's literally the only thing it is just saying I can't believe we made it this far, and hope we do another 50.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we made it this far. Thank you to everyone listening this far.
Yeah.
Made it through 50 of these. Hopefully you made it through 50 of these. If
Yeah.
you didn't go back, you're missing some prime content.
Yeah, and if you did go back, I'm also simultaneously sorry at the same time because it's much more disjointed back then than it is now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You'll hear a
I'm
lot of that too.
stupid.
I don't know.
Free
I'm
Brendan
stupid.
Dassey. Free Brendan Dassey. All right, let's get back to baseball.
Well, unless he killed that girl.
Yeah, unless he did it, in which case, fuck him. But I don't
But he
think
definitely
he did.
didn't.
Yeah, I don't think he did. All right, let's get back to baseball. So, where were we?
Your boy, you
Yankees?
mentioned Jacob deGrom.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Absolutely fucking killing it, man.
Yeah, he is. He's a freak of nature. He's got, what is it? Is it, I want to say it was like 90-some strikeouts. It's something ridiculous like that, dude.
His outing against the Padres the other day went 7 innings, gave up 3 hits, 11 Ks, no runs, and only 1 walk.
Yeah, I mean, he's out
He
of
made a little history there.
Yeah.
So he's got 3 hits allowed and 11 strikeouts over 7 scoreless innings. As I said, that will lower his 2021 ERA to .62. That's the lowest ERA after 9 starts since the stat was adapted in 1913.
Yeah, I saw that. I also saw that it's 93 strikeouts and 58 innings.
Yeah.
It's pretty ridiculous. But then,
almost 2
there's
strikeouts per inning. He's out there. He's just fucking fanning, guys.
It's fucking ridiculous. I thought
if you're sitting down 2 people on Ks, like you're not gonna score a lot of runs.
Yeah, no. I thought you were gonna bring up the people calling him like Jacob the Cheats. Did you see that?
Jacob the Cheats. No, I didn't even see that.
So there was somebody posted a video in which he like touches his belt before a pitch and then touches his glove or some shit. And they're basically trying to say he's got, like some sort of sticky substance that he's using. And a bunch of people on the Mets.
Let me tell you about sticky substance.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I know all about him. I got some tissue sitting right next to my bed right now that'll attest to that.
Gross.
I don't. I throw it away.
Tube socks and tissues.
Episode title right there, bro. No, but then
geez.
McCann came out and was like, I think it was McCann. He said, I promise you he doesn't use anything. If he did, they would be lucky to even foul tip the ball. So, it's just Twitter being Twitter. I thought that's more what you were going to talk about. But yeah, no, he is killing it. It's ridiculous.
I was just going to talk about his absolute dominance. I wasn't going to slander him like that.
Yeah, and he's like I said a few weeks ago, his pitches are getting faster too. And he's getting up there. He's no spring chicken anymore, as they say. So that's like bizarre to me too.
He's still got like another 10 years left in the league if he stays healthy though.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying to be, what is he, like 33 now?
No. We talked about this on another episode. He's like 29.
Okay, 29. Still, not for it to be going.
Oh
from,
no, you're right. We did. Okay, no, he's
What?
32.
Yeah, I thought he was I thought he was like early 30s. I mean,
Yep, you're right.
it's going up, and that's weird. That's all I'm
Second
saying.
time we've had this conversation.
Yeah.
I
Well,
still
Stone
fucked it up.
Sports. There you go.
There you go.
51st.
It's just funny
episode
looking
special.
at this. It's just funny looking at these records, though. This record, because all the people around him on the board are like Dutch Leonard, 1914.
Yeah.
Dana Fillinger, 1918. Eddie Cicotti, 1919. Walter Johnson. And then there's Zach Greinke in there, too, 2009.
Right. Yeah. I
But-
mean, like I've said before, if we would just name our kids things like Dutch, I feel like the country would just turn around.
If we had a bunch of Dutch Leonards and Max Muncie's running around.
Yeah, like people naming their kid Tex and shit. I feel like we'd just like be a nation that would be like unfuckwithable.
Thatch.
Oh my god, it's already off the rails. All right, what other baseball stuff?
Unfuckwithable is also
It's a good potential title. I still vote tube socks and tissues because it's
Tube socks and-
disgusting.
Yeah, it is. I'm also a big alliteration guy.
Me too. Any other baseball stuff? I figure we'll move. through
Yeah,
some
we
basketball and
alluded
hockey
to
and
it.
stuff.
Yeah, for sure. There's gonna be a whole hefty dose of those.
Yeah.
But we alluded to it there a little bit. We've talked about it before as well. MLB's crackdown on foreign substances seems to be producing results. Trevor Bauer, Garrett Cole, two people that were accused of using foreign substances, have dramatically decreased spin rates this season and the last couple outings, especially since the bunch of minor leaguers got busted.
Ooh, that says something, does it not? Correlation does not prove causation, but I'm just saying.
Something to keep an eye on. I mean,
Yeah, it
Trevor
is.
Bauer's basically been saying he's using it, though. Like, he's done everything but say, this is what I'm using.
Yeah, fair enough. Sorry, my mic was fucking up. Yeah, no, that's true. He has.
But
I
that
saw-
is-
Sorry,
What's up?
I saw something in a USA Today article. I think it was in the
USA
article
Today.
about the like Jacob DeCheats or whatever, and they were saying they're like looking into making it so that the umps can check the pitcher like multiple times during a game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's gonna be like TSA in that motherfucker. Sir, did you disconnect the battery from
'Cause,
your laptop?
I mean, they were doing that thing. They've been doing that this season, too, where they'll just go out and randomly take a ball
Yeah,
and like,
right.
send it to the offices. Be like, check that. Send that to the lab.
It's like forensic files.
Yeah. Forensic file.
What a response! Yeah.
Yeah.
Big forensic files guy, apparently.
Forensic files.
Fuck yeah. DNA.
Forensic files was always a score when you'd like go into science class or whatever. And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
like, substitute in there. There's just forensic files playing. You're like, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Doing jack shit today.
One time, one of my science teachers, I won't say his name, but he looked like the drummer from Fish, so that was funny. But one time we came in and we watched Grizzly Man, and I was like, dude, I don't think we're supposed
That's
to
one where the
watch
guy
this in
gets
school.
eaten at the end, right?
Yeah, it's like him and his
Yeah,
girlfriend.
yeah.
They get like fucking murked
That's
by
the
a bear.
that's the audio that's on YouTube and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fucked up, man. He also skipped.
I've
school
never
when
actually
Star Wars
seen the
came out.
documentary, but I've heard the audio clips. And
I
everything.
watched it. It's really fucking sad because like he starts as just kind of a cool dude who's like, I'm gonna go live with bears and like teach kids about bears so that like bears can be a protected species. But by the end, he kind of goes crazy. And he's
Yeah.
like ranting and screaming into the camera about how people are fucked up and he's the only one who knows the truth. That kind of shit. It's, yeah.
I mean, you're out just in the middle of nowhere talking
Right.
to bears. You're probably doing hard drugs too. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm just
and
saying,
if you're
like,
not,
there's-
you're going to lose your mind. Either
Yeah.
way.
either way, you're gonna lose your mind.
Yeah.
It's just pick your poison.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met anyone who lives out alone in the woods who was normal. I mean, let's go down the list. You got Grizzly Man,
Unabomber. That's pretty much my list. I don't think we need to say much more, though. All right, you want to talk about some basketball?
Hold on. You're talking about crazy people and animals. I forgot to mention at the beginning.
Yeah.
One thing we did this week, my dad had not seen Tiger King.
Oh, shit, dude.
So we sat down one of the nights and just binged the whole thing.
Holy shit.
And I hadn't rewatched it since the first time.
I haven't
came
watched
out.
it either.
It's just as fucking crazy and ridiculous the second time.
Yeah, what's so crazy is, like, it's so fucked up. Like, it's so dark.
It's so
and
fucked up.
Like,
Yeah.
and you start it and you're like, oh, this is just going to be some weird thing about some really weird guy who, like, hires a hitman and nobody actually gets killed. And then all the fucking, you know, all the dark shit that happens. You're just like, this is fucked up. But I still geek out when I think about that one guy on his jet ski with the life jacket that's like 5 sizes too small. What's that guy's
He was
name?
like, James Garrettson. He is like, I will not be in the documentary unless I get this sick ass jet ski scene.
And what don't they play Eye
And
of
the
the
other-
Tiger when he's like
Yeah, they
riding
do.
it?
Pow, 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 pow.
Bow, bow, bow.
The other dude I loved was the guy from Indiana, the fucking Tim Stark guy with the monkey crawling on him.
Oh yeah, that guy was hilarious.
He shows up to Doc Antle's place and he's like, I don't give a fuck about how you train the tigers. I want you to tell me how you got these women trained.
Yeah. That dude's ridiculous too, man.
That's where my dad lives, out in Indiana. And so
Oh,
he,
yeah?
like, saw that guy come on the screen and he was like, that guy is born and bred Indiana.
Yeah. Tiger King is definitely worth a watch. If you haven't watched it, you know, and you're under the age of 35, first of all, what the fuck are you doing? You should have already seen it. And secondly, if you haven't,
Yeah.
go watch it, please. Please. And get back
And
to
third of all, smoke a bowl first, because it's going to be a lot.
it. Yeah. And fourth of all, goddamn
Goddamn
Carol Baskins.
bitch, Carol Baskins. You know what I didn't? Actually, now we're on the subject.
Yeah.
One thing I did realize the second time through,
Huh.
when they're going through the list of the shit that Carol got in the lawsuit from Joe,
Uh-huh.
there's one gun on the list, and I can only hope it's the gun that he shot the dummy with that had the dildo in her mouth and shit.
Oh my god. I forgot about all that. Like all the
Yeah.
crazy shit he was doing on his like TV
Yeah,
channel or
dude.
whatever. Well, dude,
Yeah.
there's so much.
There's
just
so
so much.
And he
like,
burned all
packed
that
into
shit down.
Jesus Christ, dude.
That's
That
crazy.
yeah. You can't write that. You can't write it. Only in real life. Only in real life. Also, Carol Baskins murdered her first husband.
John Lewis, R.I.P.
Yeah, like 100% she murked that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. He didn't though,
No, he didn't, for sure.
but he might have.
Yeah, we'll see. Only time will tell. All right, basketball. Back on track. Basketball. Let's go.
All right, we're gonna start off. So we're gonna wrap up the first round series here. We'll speed run. Bertie, you speed run guy?
Big time.
Yeah. okay,
Except for
I'm
when it
not.
comes to sex.
Heyo,
Heyo.
heyo.
What's that line in Parks and Rec? He's like, if there's any criminals out there watching, I never get tired. And ladies, too. Sorry. Go ahead. Do your speed run.
Everlasting stamina. But yeah, so we're gonna run through the first round speed run here. We're gonna talk about some news in between, and then we're gonna talk about round 2 so far.
Okay.
So Damian Lillard needs to get the fuck out of Portland. I'm sick of seeing him absolutely carry this team to just get bounced in the first round. NBA record 12 3-pointers in a playoff loss to Denver, and they're bounced from the playoffs the next game.
Yeah. When you're done with this speed run, I have something to bring up. Actually, I read a kind of interesting article related to the first round of the playoffs. But go ahead.
An interesting article, eh?
Yes, very interesting.
The Suns beat the Lakers 115-85 in Game 5. LeBron walked off the court with 5 minutes left to play to get treatment. That's bullshit. You're the leader of your team. You stay out there. You can wait 10 minutes to go get fucking iced.
Okay, actually, I'm going to just bring it up right now because the article I read today was basically talking about LeBron and the Lakers and excuse me. I can't believe I said excuse me like so politely there.
Excuse me. Would you like to save 10% on your car insurance every month? Would you like to accept the Lord Jesus Christ into your heart?
Oh my god. Do you ever get those out where you live?
No.
Like, okay, we get them all the time. I always
I
just
would
open
be
the door
very
and say we don't want
verbally
any.
abusive. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'd
try
be
not
way
to be
worse than that.
super mean. But anyway, basically this guy was making an argument that the Lakers and LeBron getting bounced in the first round would be good for the NBA playoffs and its viewing because people are. He was basically making
It's
the
the
argument
first
that,
time
Go
since
ahead.
2011 or 2013. I don't remember which. I want to say 2013
Yeah,
that
I
the
think
NBA
you're right.
Finals will not have LeBron or Steph Curry.
Yeah, and he was basically making the argument that since LeBron made his, Hong Kong stance, if you will, that there is a direct correlation between a huge drop in NBA ratings since then, and that this is actually an all-time low for the NBA playoffs in ratings.
I
And
could see that.
yeah, and he was basically trying to make an argument that LeBron being out may raise the ratings again because I mean,
I
he
don't
was
think
trying
it
to say
does.
that like blah 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 all the social stuff and that's fine. I'm right there with him, but um
I
it
think
is
hardcore NBA fans are going, "Oh, that's a nice change to not see LeBron in the
right.
finals." Like
That's what I
maybe
was gonna say.
somebody
I
else.
think if it does like boost viewership, if you will, it's because it's something different. You know what I mean?
I agree with that, but I don't think it's going to boost viewership. It's going to
I agree.
decline because the casual viewer still outnumbers the hardcore fan, no matter what.
Yeah. No, I agree with
So,
you completely. I agree with you completely.
and especially there's so many people out there that just want to watch because of LeBron.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
when he's out, you get all those people
But
not watching.
the reason I brought it up is because you brought up like him leaving the court and everything, and they had like video after video of him just like giving up on the team,
Yeah,
just like not putting in effort once they were losing, and it's just like, dude, like that's fucked up, man.
he does that. It's one of the things that bugs me about
Yeah,
him.
it's a bit of a like kind of like spoiled like child attitude about that. Does that make sense? Is that the right
Yeah, I hear
words?
you.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you see what Pat Riley said about LeBron
No, no,
after
I
he got
didn't.
bounced? I got asked about LeBron returning to the Heat. I don't know the what do you call it? What's the word? Context. Thank you. But Pat Riley
Oh.
said he would leave the shiny key under the mat if LeBron James ever wanted to return to Miami.
Oh.
Which will lead me into my next bit of news here.
Yeah.
Daryl Morey and the Philadelphia 76ers were both fined $75,000 for trying to tamper with Steph Curry. There's an Instagram post. Steph Curry's brother plays for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Right.
He had a standout performance in the playoffs. There's an Instagram post on the Sixers Instagram page about it. Steph Curry commented. Daryl Morey replied and said, join him. $75,000 fine. Bang.
Boom.
Boom.
75 G's. That's a lot of money too, bro.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's pocket money to an NBA
Yeah.
GM.
Yeah. For sure. It's pocket money to like any GM really, because they're all
Yeah.
fucking loaded.
Loaded.
Still newsworthy though.
Newsworthy. But back to the first round here. LeBron walked off in game 5. Suns came back in game 6 and beat the Lakers, sent them home, as we alluded to. Clippers forced a game 7 against the Mavericks after being down 3-2. They won game 6 and then came back and won game 7 with a 126-111 victory. Luka Doncic and the Mavericks poised for the future, but they need some help. Kristaps Porzingis is not the number 2 that they thought he was going to be for Doncic, and they're going to need to make a trade probably ASAP to get him some help because he's a full-fledged superstar at this point.
You got any trade in mind that they should make? Call it out, Dubs.
I'll have to get back to you on that. I gotta
Okay.
look at the logistics and shit. But I think you need to get Kristaps out. You need a big man because Doncic is a big wing, but he's also a primary ball handler. So if
Right.
you get somebody that can be dominant in the post,
Right.
you're gonna be looking at
Yeah, that makes sense.
some good shit. It's a recipe for good shit.
That's another possible episode title. Just full of them today. A recipe for good
Full
shit.
of
Or maybe
good
that's our
shit.
cookbook. That's our cookbook. A recipe for good shit.
A recipe for good shit.
Recipes for
Presented by
good
Stone Sports.
shit.
Presented by Stone Sports.
It's like, it's called Stone Sports, but we always talk in this like, oh yes, English voice. It's so like disjointed and like weird.
Because of the with ferocity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like we talk in like football announcer voice.
Yeah, we do. Gareth Bale receives the ball on the pitch. He's got a chance.
He's gonna have a go.
Looking to have a go. Clippers Mavericks. Clippers forced Game 7. They got the win, as I said. Kawhi Leonard becomes the second player since Shaquille O'Neal to average 30 points on 60% shooting or more in a playoff series.
So all he's got to do now is star in Steel 2 to lock it up. Did you ever see Steel, the Shaquille movie?
No. Once you said star in Steel 2, I was going to say, I'm guessing Shaq starred in Steel 1.
Yeah, man. You should watch the trailer when we're done podcasting. It's
What's the one where he plays a genie?
that is called Shazam.
Right. Well, he needs to act in Shazam too.
Yeah, and Steel 2. Steel is a better movie than Shazam. I said it. It's gonna get us some flack. I don't care. I said it, and I'm dying on that hill.
We're gonna have to rank Shaquille O'Neal's
Oh yeah.
movies one day.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's only those 2, but I could be wrong. One thing's for sure: his DJ sets, fire, and his Hot Ones episode, so good.
All right. We'll rank all of Shaq's outside of NBA appearances.
I'm so in. What an idea! What an idea!
We had an idea last week for something that I totally forgot.
We're gonna
I'll have to
rank
listen back.
all-time best sports franchises.
All right, put that on the back burner with
Yeah,
Shaq.
for off-season material. Yeah, for
Yep.
sure, for sure. All right, this was supposed to be a speed run of the first round. 15 minutes.
Well, I did get through the rest of the first round there. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I forgot the Jazz. Jazz closed out the Grizzlies. Donovan Mitchell had 30 points in Game 5. That game was like the night after we recorded last. That was a while ago. That's why I almost forgot about it. But closed out the Grizzlies despite Ja Morant's star performances in the series, coming out as a franchise piece for the Grizzlies that they thought he would be. But Utah too much for them to handle in the first round, and they will move forward.
Cool. Any other basketball stuff? You want to get to the hockey?
We're gonna get to my Celtics right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Let me hunker down.
Danny Ainge stepped down.
Okay. All right. How are you feeling? How you doing? If this
I'm
needs
all
to
right
become a
with it.
therapy session, we can do that.
No, I think I'm all right. I think I'm all right. He
Okay.
did good things for us. Obviously, he brought us Garnett and
Right.
Allen and a championship, but that was in 2008.
Right.
It's
Ship
2021
has sailed,
now.
as they say.
And it's a very different league.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think he thought the same thing. He just couldn't do it anymore. He also had a heart attack 2 years ago.
Whew.
So, and reports were that he's been questioning shit since then.
Yeah.
Brad
Rightfully
Stevens is going to be stepping up into his place, the current head coach. There are reports that he was sick of coaching, Danny Ainge was questioning his role in the organization, so it seemed like a perfect move for them to make.
Right. So at this point, they need a coach.
Correct. Couple
Cool.
candidates I've been hearing. Jason Kidd was one, but he was interested in the Trailblazers job that I just heard yesterday that he's no longer in the running for that.
Right. Okay.
The fired Hawks coach, Lloyd Pierce, who I do not want at all. Shit, that was a dumpster fire in Atlanta at the start of the season.
Right.
I really want Kevin Garnett, but he basically said he's not going to do it, which I don't blame him. He's got other shit going on. He's Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
And the one I really wanted to be is Chauncey Billups.
Yeah.
He has no head coaching experience yet. Former player. We drafted him. Rick Pitino shipped him out for nothing when he was blowing up the Celtics in the early 2000s. So I would like to see a Chauncey Billups homecoming.
Okay. The internet, you kind of went robotic, and I couldn't tell if you said you did or did not want that. Because I was gonna say sometimes the best option when you're hiring a coach is just outside of the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
I wonder.
I do want Chauncey Billups, though.
Yeah, I wonder if your GM is a former coach, which does happen. Sometimes it's not like it never happens. I wonder.
Happens a good bit.
Yeah, I wonder if that's alluring for a coach or if it's kind of like ooh, because you wonder.
I think it's alluring because you have full control. If you're ready, if you want to step into the responsibility, I think it's alluring because you have full control of the roster and all that shit.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I just, also what if you get the kind of guy who wants to interfere all the time because he was a coach? You know what I mean?
That's true.
I feel like it could go both ways, but we shall see. There's more than one team for this podcast that needs a coach right now. But, like I always say, that stuff's never going to happen until off season. So, because you got to interview everyone and see.
So I think the
Celtics,
Celtics, the Celtics coaching is probably going to be sooner rather than later because the draft is at the end of this month.
Right. Fair enough.
So
yeah,
they kind of got to get on that.
Truth. All right. Any other basketball? You want to do some hockey now?
Yeah, one last thing here. Brooklyn and Kevin Durant took game 1, defeating the Bucks. They also just wrapped up game 2 with a win over the Bucks as well. So Kevin Durant not only making headlines on the court, off the court as well. Do you know who Lana Rhoades is, Birdie?
Of course I do.
Lana Rhoades was on some podcast saying that she was out with an NBA player who reportedly brought a backup chick to the date in case she wasn't down to fuck.
Ooh, that's fucking bold with her.
Internet sleuths have deduced that it is Kevin Durant.
Wow. I mean, that's a bold move, dude.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, we don't want to get sued here, but
allegedly.
But okay.
Internet sleuths allegedly deduced that it was allegedly Kevin Durant. Allegedly.
Just triple down on it, baby.
Yep.
But that's bold with her. I mean, I'm not saying just because she's involved in the industry she's in that she's definitely gonna fuck, because that's not cool. I'm not assuming that. I'm just saying to make that kind of statement to someone whose profession is fucking. That takes some confidence, bro. That takes some confidence, bro.
She was saying he basically just told her, yeah, I'm also bringing my side chick with me.
Maybe he was trying to,
threesome?
finagle some threesome action. Yeah.
Little throuple action.
That's what that sounds like to me. I know that move. I've seen people pull that move. And that's definitely a how long before we bring these two things together?
Honestly, he should probably just come out and say that.
Yeah, that's exactly what he should do.
Everyone would be like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, I'd do the same. That's what most people would say. I guarantee it.
Fuck it, might as well try, right?
Shoot your shot. Hey. All right, hockey stuff now.
Let's get it.
There's a lot to move through, okay?
We just do not talk to me about Game 5.
Well, we got to talk a little bit about it, but I'll take it easy on it. Before we get to all that, though, there is I don't know. I don't want to keep talking about player safety and suspensions and all that, but it keeps happening. It keeps happening. And I was thinking to myself today, when I was kind of writing some notes for the show, the really sad thing to me is that this might be the best hockey I've seen in playoffs in a long time, like all around. And I feel like the only thing that's really going to be remembered about this season is one, the COVID stuff, and two, the debacle that is the Department of Player Safety. And while they did dole out the suspensions for the plays we're going to talk about in a minute, they dropped the ball with Tom Wilson, and it's just I feel like a lot of the stuff that's happening now is a result of that, because you kind of set a standard, you kind of we're going to let you get away with some
precedent.
Stuff. Yes, that's a precedent. Exactly. So let's get to what happened. Let's do it in order. So the first one is the Ryan Reeves play, which is
Grim Reaver.
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's so the punching him in the face and throwing him to the ice. Yeah, egregious. Nice. That part is not too bad. The part that's bad is the knee on the neck. I mean, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? It's so fucking stupid and unacceptable. So he got suspended for how many games? Do you remember how many it is? I don't. I didn't write it down because I'm an idiot. 2 games. I mean,
hit him with the deuce.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. But I think you could have at least gone 3 or 4 on that. To me, though, well, actually,
Tom Wilson just got fucking fined.
Yeah.
So
I know. And, I'm sure people are tired of hearing about us slander Tom Wilson, but we got to get it in there, man. Got to get it in there every time we have an opportunity. I was going to say it's not as bad as the Scheifele thing, but it is, because they were losing too. I think at that point they were down 5-1 against the Avs. So that's just unacceptable. Then the other one, I don't know if you saw the other one. Did you see the Scheifele play?
No, I didn't. I missed that one.
Okay, so, Jets are playing the Canadians. I think they're down 2-0. And one of the Canadians
now
players,
they're down 3-0.
Yeah. One of the Canadians players, Evans, is down there basically at their goal. It's an empty net, and he wraps around the goal to, tuck the puck in. Did they win?
4-0.
Yep, they won. Nice.
Swept
the Jets.
Swept the Jets.
All right, we're going to get to my thoughts on them in a minute. But, yeah, so Evans goes around the goal to, tuck the puck in the net, empty net goal, and Scheifele just lays him the fuck out. Now, it's not necessarily a dirty hit, but here's the thing. You're going to lose the game. He's not going to stop him from getting that puck in the net. He could have changed course and not hit him. He hit him on purpose. So he got suspended for 4 games. Evans left the game on a fucking stretcher, bro. I mean, he was out fucking cold. It is a bad hit. It's not bad as in like the hit on Carlo or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a tough one to watch. And, people are going back and forth on it. It's just a good hockey play. It's like, if the game was 2-2, sure, it's a good hockey play, but it's not. It's an empty net goal, and they're going to lose that game anyway. So it's kind of like, you did it on purpose, bro. That's what you did. He got 4 games, and he's out there trying to say that's too many. Shut the fuck up.
How about you shut the fuck up?
Yeah, just shut the fuck up real quick. It's just, I don't know, man. And we've talked about this ad nauseum, so we'll probably stop talking about it on the podcast pretty soon here. But the problem is they need to be consistent. You can't have one player doing one thing and getting 2 games, and then one player doing another thing and getting 4 games. Just be consistent. And
part of that's on the CBA too, though.
It is.
Hopefully, maybe the next time they write that up, they'll hopefully fix this a little bit at the very least.
I honestly, I don't think they're going to have much of a choice, because at this point it's out of control. And
it really is.
It kind of brings me to another point we've talked about very briefly on the show before, but a lot of old hockey heads like to bring this up. That's why you got to have, a quote unquote goon for a deterrent. I don't think that's true, because I think the Ryan Reeves, the Tom Wilsons, they're going to do what they want. Having that big tough guy is not going to stop them from making that play. All that's going to happen is they're going to get a 10-minute misconduct and most likely be kicked out of the game. And then your big tough goon is just going to go fucking take somebody else's head off. And it's just like this circle, just goes round and around. And I don't know. I feel like that way of thinking has to be done with, because that's what's creating these situations in the first place. They need to just start cracking down on shit like this and get back to just like, talented players playing hockey, like the Avalanche. Like the Avalanche are the most, like, sorry, I know you're a Boston guy, but I think they might be the most fun team to watch right now.
Second, but yeah.
And I think they're kind of proof that you really don't need that guy on your team to be a good team. So let's get to
they just have a bunch of good guys.
Yeah, they have literally, like, everyone is amazing. So let's talk about these series. I have not really been watching Boston because I've been watching the other series, because I figured you'd probably be watching Boston. So I thought, if we're going to cover these, I should probably watch the others. So Montreal.
I missed game 4, but I watched everyone else.
Yeah. So Montreal and Winnipeg. Watching Montreal is interesting, bro, because they remind me of the Rangers so much in like 2014. Like they play like not exactly the same game because the Rangers were sort of a counterpunch team and they're a little more set up.
Little Mayweather action. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, right. But they do a lot of the same shit. Like their power play is trash. They play physical but not overly physical. And they overload the net all the time. That's like all they do. And the Rangers always did that. So what I'm really saying here, I think, is they might make it to the cup and then get swept. That's what I think I'm saying here. As far as Colorado and Vegas, it's a really interesting series because Colorado was straight dominating for most of the series. But the last 2 games, listen to this. Vegas has outshot Colorado 78-38.
Oh,
what the fuck?
Oh,
yeah, dude. Like, how is that's the thing?
So basically, 2 games in a row, doubling shot count.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, it's
you don't
crazy.
win like that.
You do not win like that. And what's insane is, I think offensively, Colorado is the best team in the league. I mean, they just have the most depth. Like all their players are really good, but it really goes to show that Vegas is no fucking joke, dude. And I never really thought they were a joke, but I didn't think they would beat Colorado, but they fucking very well may. They're not a joke. They've got a lot of like defensive depth and, well, not defensive depth is not the right word, but they're solid defensively. And, they've got some really good offensive players too, just not as much as Colorado. But I think their defense is what's kind of helping them there. So we'll see how that plays out. I think they are 2-2 now in the series. Maybe Vegas 3-2. Yeah, 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah. So let's talk about Boston, which I don't really want to do either because I watched the game today and I was super pissed off about it.
Tuukka was sick and they played him.
Yeah. And you could tell in the end of that second period. You can tell.
He just was not 100%.
No, but I will say like a couple of those like late game goals were really on the defense because they just kind of left a guy in front of the net. Tuukka can only do so much if Dudeman's standing out there all by himself.
Yeah, I mean they pulled him after the second.
Oh, that wasn't him. Okay, I was working while I was watching it, so yeah, that makes sense then. In the third, okay.
Yeah, they pulled Tuukka after the second, and they put Swayman in for the third period.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah,
honestly, I thought they were going to come back.
Clearly wasn't fucking. We almost did.
Yeah, no, because it ended up 5-4.
Yeah, despite having like 20 saves as a team.
Yeah, but explain to me, because I haven't been watching what's been going on the past couple of games, because it seems like the Islanders have just kind of like kept up, and from what I can gather, it's like all
we
Matt
talked
Barzal.
about. Matt Barzal's absolutely fucking killing us. But like we talked about too, like on top of them having Barzal who's on fire, they're a very well coached team.
Yeah, they are.
Like they don't make mistakes. It seems like everything we're doing, we have to overpower them. It's not like they're fucking up. You know what I mean? The only thing that is a noticeable mistake that happens that we've been taking advantage of is the rebounds.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that sticks out to me that the Islanders are like clearly fucking up on every game.
Yeah, and it's interesting you bring that up because watching in the second period, I started to notice Tuukka's rebound control was like not good. There were a couple pucks that went like flying, and I was like, dude, that's not like him at all. He's normally got great rebound control.
Just in, Bruins coach Bruce Cassidy calls out officials, says Isles sell squeaky clean image, but commit as many infractions as we do.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. People really think that they're squeaky. I've never thought that about them. Like watching them this season, I was like, the reason they're tough to beat is because they're fucking hard hitters. That's what they do.
Well, Chippy.
Yeah, that's how they play.
They got that fucking guy that you hate his face. What's his name?
Brock Nelson.
Brock Nelson. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hate that guy's face. Yeah, he's a fucking. I don't know, man. That's the thing about Barry Trotz that you said well coached. He does interesting things like he starts the game with his third line because that's his like hardest checking line. So he sets a tone with shit like that.
Because
like,
he wants to get physical on your first line.
Right, like shit that Barry Trotz does. I feel like is what makes the difference for the Islanders. And we said
especially
it last
in playoff hockey.
Yeah, it definitely makes a difference, man. Definitely makes a difference.
His coaching style translates very well to the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I mean the stupidest thing Washington ever did was fire him because they just didn't want to pay the money. So
enjoy Peter, you fucking pricks.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about the order of the draft? Did you see that?
I'll pull it up right now.
Yeah. Guess who got the number one? Just guess. It's pretty easy.
Buffalo?
Yep. Yeah, it's Buffalo.
What'd Seattle get?
Three, 4? I think they got third. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up right now too.
2.
Yeah, 2. So they got 2. And then Anaheim.
Buffalo, Seattle, Anaheim, New Jersey, Columbus, Detroit, San Jose, Los Angeles, Vancouver, Ottawa. That's your top 10.
Yeah.
Rangers at 15th.
Yeah. Which they're probably going to trade. They'll probably trade that to get somebody. But we shall see. We shall see. I mean, I don't really have anything else for hockey to talk about. Unless you have something you want to talk about.
I don't think so.
My mic wasn't muted for that one. Oops. I'm disgusting, and I apologize. All right, you want to do some football?
Are you ready for some football?
Football.
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 Football, football, football. So I waited all week. We talked about last show, Julio Jones. We thought the first day he could be traded was June 2nd. We're recording this on June 7th. My dad was here this week. Literally every morning I woke up expecting Julio Jones news.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get it till yesterday.
Right.
Officially, Julio Jones traded to the Tennessee Titans. The Titans will receive Julio Jones and a 2023 sixth-round pick from the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons will receive the Tennessee Titans 2022 second and 2023 fourth round. So the 2 picks going back to the Falcons in exchange for Julio Jones, and the Titans will also get a 6th-rounder back.
So they got him for basically nothing.
Basically nothing, but the Falcons knew they were going to get basically nothing out of him. So I feel like even though it looks like nothing, it was still a good return for Atlanta.
Right, given the circumstance.
And Tennessee just lost Corey Davis, who was their second pass receiver across from A.J. Brown. Pairing up a young, promising receiver like A.J. Brown with a all-time great like Julio Jones, who still has something left in the tank, is going to bring a new element to the Tennessee offense that already has Derrick Henry and a consistent quarterback in Ryan Tannehill, who doesn't turn the ball over very much.
Right, and like we talked about last episode, he's only got like 1 year left on the contract, right?
Right.
Yeah, so it's a win-win either way.
I think both teams benefited in this. The only problem I have with it is that the Patriots didn't get him.
Yeah, right.
But like they signed a practice squad receiver
Uh-huh.
like the day before the trade, and I was like, that might not mean anything, but it gives me a bad feeling. And
Yeah.
then the next day, he went to Tennessee.
Right. Yeah. The writing was on the wall, as they say.
Because I knew we had like very limited cap space to get it done if we did get it done.
Right.
And, like any deal getting signed just made me be like, makes me think they're not getting Julio because they'd be cautious of their money right now.
Yeah, they would, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I think it benefits both teams. It's going to revamp Tennessee, and it looks like the Falcons are in full rebuild mode, and they've got a new weapon in Kyle Pitts that they drafted at 4th overall. I think the biggest question with Atlanta right now is what they're going to do with Matt Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's still got money on he's still got money on the table. Underperformed the last couple years, but hasn't had much around him. So I don't know. The Falcons are a bit of a mystery. Can't figure that shit out. Rocket science.
Fucking figure it out.
Fucking figure it out. So a rookie for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, undrafted cornerback Cameron Kinley. His NFL career is over before it starts. He graduated from Navy. He's going to have to go to the Navy.
Oh, what happened?
So, Navy graduates, obviously they have to do time in the military.
Yeah.
Athletes sometimes get like a pass. I don't know if there's a specific name for the pass, but
an exemption, if you will.
Exemption, yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
An exemption from it so they can pursue their NFL career, and if it doesn't work out, they can do their military time later.
Right.
This guy was trying to do that. They denied it. He was mad because 4 other current rookies, John Radigan, Nolan Laufenberg, George Silvanik, and Parker Ferguson. None of those names stood out to me, so you don't really have to remember them. They were permitted to get the exemption. However, none of them are in the Navy. 2 were in the Air Force, and Radigan was in the Army.
Interesting. Is the reason why it was rejected made public? Probably not.
I don't think so. I think they can just decline it. They can just say, no, you are going to the fucking Navy.
Tough, bro. Thanks for your service.
He made a very long statement on it, but here's one little quote from it. I'm very aware of the commitment that I made to service when I first arrived at the United States Naval Academy. I look forward to my career as a naval officer in the information warfare community. However, I am deserving of the opportunity to live out one of my lifelong dreams before fulfilling my service requirement.
Snaps.
Snaps. I feel for him.
Yeah, for sure.
That other people are getting to do it and he can't. That's kind of bullshit.
It is. It's fucked up, man.
Fucked up, man.
It's fucked up.
Fucked up. Come here, kitty.
Oh, I can't do it. Oh, fuck.
Bubbles is difficult.
No, I can. I just gotta think of fucking way she goes, he says. I just couldn't think of the line. It's like the only line I can do in his voice. Fucking way she goes, he says.
Aren't you a pro at doing lines?
Oh, not anymore. I've retired. My jersey is in the rafters.
Yeah, we talked about that. It is in the rafters.
It's in the rafters, along with my steady heartbeat.
Also retired.
No, it's rebounding. The heart's rebounding.
It says Joe Burt, number 69, just hanging from the rafters.
Is that a Joe Buck reference?
No, it's Joe Dirt.
Oh, Joe Dirt, right. Joe Birte.
Joe Birte.
The guy says Dirte.
Yeah.
Put an E on the end of it, pronounce it Dirte. It's actually pretty cool.
It's actually pretty fucking cool. Juwan James. If we didn't talk about him on the show, I meant to and never brought it up. But
yeah, I don't think we did.
Tackle for the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
He got cut because of a practice injury that was sustained not on team facility. It was at a different place. It was about a month ago now, and they ended up cutting him, and a lot of his contract got voided. He also sat out last year due to COVID, and he was injured for part of the season the year before that. But in 2019, he signed a 4-year, $51 million deal with the Broncos, which about $15 million of it got voided due to the injury.
Good
The
Lord.
Ravens took a flyer on him this year with a 2-year, $3.5 million deal.
That's
Shore up the line for Lamar.
Yeah, that's not too bad though.
No, if it works out, it works out. You got a good player for cheap, and if it doesn't, you don't have to spend that much.
Yeah, you didn't break the bank.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a safe move.
It's a safe move.
Fucking safe.
Safe. Patriots Cam Newton injured his hand in practice.
Yeah, I saw.
Expected to be only a minor injury. They labeled it just a bone bruise.
That's not.
Apparently, it was
that's
from
like
a
nothing,
helmet.
though.
Yeah, it's nothing. Apparently, it was from a helmet of a defensive player, which you're not supposed to get near the fucking quarterback.
Yeah, what is that?
But if you, I don't know, get Mac Jones in there.
Yeah, truth. Truth. Preach.
Part of, I was like, oh no, Cam, and then part of me was like, but she's hurt. We got the Mac 10 coming in early.
Yeah, the Mac attack.
Mac attack.
Yeah. That's
Dennis, I'm 6'10". I've always wanted to be 6'10". Mac, you're 5'9", and Frank, you're a man, an ugly old man.
What is it? Foraging in the sewer for rings and coins. I've had a bone bruise before. I mean, it's painful. I don't mean to downplay it. It sucks, but it's not.
I slammed my
detrimental.
thumb in a car door at my uncle's wedding when I was like 7 or 8, and I fucked that thing up. I had a deep bone bruise, and that shit hurt.
Yeah.
I slammed my thumb in the door, and the car door closed like on it.
Yeah, I did that on one of my. Well, I didn't do it. My friend accidentally did it on one of my middle fingers, and it's like one of my middle fingers is like weirdly flat in part of it because of it. Yeah.
My girlfriend did that on Halloween last year. She was going to one of my friend's house like beforehand to get ready before she came here for the party, and she slammed her hand in her car door. And then came here, proceeded to drink all night, and then I had to take her to the hospital the next day because she had like ripped her nail bed off.
I've never done that, and the thought of it is like
her whole nail
atrocious.
was gone. And
I remember that.
They had to stitch her nail bed back together, and then they had to like let a new nail grow in over it. It was fucking horrendous.
Like I've stepped on a nail. Like, and it's gone like all the way through my foot, like out my ankle kind of shit. And I would still like rather that happen again than like lose a fingernail or a toenail. Like, just something about it makes me like cringe.
I was playing basketball one time. It was a game to get in the playoffs, I think. But I was inbounding the ball, and this kid on the other team, he kept like reaching over the line to like play defense while I was inbounding. He was doing it all game. It was pissing me the fuck off. And that's why I ball faked when he did it like one time towards the end of the game.
Oh no.
And I popped his fingernail off of his hand, and it went straight up in the air and came back down, and he just went down and was like, ah!
Oh my god.
But that kid was fucking disgusting. He came back in and like lit us up, and he almost hit the game. It would have sent us to overtime, and it was from like 3/4 of the way down the court. It went like in and out. I was like, oh
my god, that's
But yeah, the nail popped right off.
Oh, stop! Don't say it again.
I jammed his finger, and it just went.
Oh, stop! So fucking. I don't know why I can't handle that, man.
My mom can't either.
Yeah, it's just one of the few things.
She won't do nails.
Nope, get the fuck out of my face with that. Nope, nope, get out of my face. It's disgusting. You want to talk about the Mayweather fight?
The Hug Fest?
Yeah, the Hug Fest. It's a really good pun, man. I don't know if you came up with that, but it's pretty good.
The Mayweather love your brother extravaganza.
All the memes have been amazing.
Dude, I mean, when I saw the rules for it, I was like, this is going the distance.
Yeah.
There's not going to be any action for it.
No.
No, it's a joke of a fight to begin with.
I mean, it really is.
It's just a joke. It's just a way for both of them to get paid, which is really, let's be honest, the problem with boxing in general now. Because that's what like that Mayweather Pacquiao
what it's
fight
been
was.
the last like 5. It's been like that since then. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like what, 2015, 2014.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah, I want to say
So,
15.
That it's been like that since then.
Yeah.
And it's getting worse and worse and worse. First, it was 2 real boxers. Then it was the best boxer in the world and an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
And then it was a fucking YouTuber and a boxer. Like
what is
it's
that?
just downgrading, dude.
Yeah, it's really, it makes me kind of sad because when I was a kid,
It's
boxing was still like dope.
It's part of the reason the UFC is becoming so successful.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they're doing well on their own, but it's definitely part of it because when they were coming up, boxing was still like the pinnacle of combat sports, and it's definitely declined. And I think sometime in the last 4 or 5 years,
it's nosedived.
It's switched. UFC has become the king of combat sports.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that was honestly going to happen anyway, but the boxing nosedive has definitely helped UFC.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say. I think they've done well on their own anyway. I think it was going to happen eventually regardless, but I think they accelerated it.
Yeah, they definitely did. Anything
else?
But
yeah, that shit was fucking ridiculous, dude. I just hope all that shit, all the celebrity boxing matches come to an end, but they won't because they sell every time. So.
Yeah, and that's all it's about for boxing at this point is just like selling pay-per-view and sell bullshit. So,
yep,
completely ridiculous.
Every team.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Do we want to? No, we can do that in a couple weeks.
Okay, all right, I hear you. I'll cut that out. All right. Well,
I hear you.
I hear you. All right. Well, thanks for listening to this episode of Stone Sports. High noon. Hey, let's play some Overwatch this week.
Fuck yeah. I'm down.
All right. We're going to do it. Like maybe Friday.
Yeah, that should work.
Okay. They don't need to listen to us playing our video games. Thanks for listening. Follow us on all socials. It's Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. It's all Stone Sports Podcast. Say later.
If you want to hear me plan more things, go to www. No, I'm just fucking. See you next Tuesday.
Yeah. Later.